have you ever heard of someone using a stone or crystal for when they're feeling sad? Or how about when they need help studying for like a huge test? Well, if you haven't, then where have you been? These stones I'm talking about are healing stones and also crystals. They have been r- getting like really a lot of recognition, and they've been really popular now over the past couple years. And the reason for that is like because like there's just so many and they have like different meanings and different healing properties. And recently a lot of people started meditating with crystals. So according to charmoflight.com, crystal healing is a healing and medicine technique that was used a long time ago by ancient um tribes and civilizations. So think of like the Egyptians, our ancestors, Native Americans, they use this especially. Um, so definitely it was used a lot here in the United States before it was like established by the used by Native Americans. So first I will talk about the history of the healing crystals and what they were used for, and then I will talk about um, how were they used for healing, and finally I will show you how to cleanse them and take care of them. So definitely that's a big part of them. So the first time of the crystals came in like from ancient Egypt. States in an article, crystallage.com. They used them in magic formulas and for protection and health. So there is a lot of crystals for protection. For example, there is black tourmaline. So black tourmaline is a grounding stone. It is used for protection in your house or anywhere you are. You basically point the pointy side out so that way all the negative energy gets in here and it absorbs it and it releases it or it vanishes it. So yeah, there's a lot of different stones, a little different crystals. They all mean different things. They all have different meanings. And also the ancient Greeks, they use crystals a lot. If you read about ancient Greeks, you see that a lot of crystals are tied to like gods and goddesses, and a lot of the terminology we get comes from that. So, for example, rose quartz. Rose quartz is a crystal for compassion, love, and just promotes universal love. So this crystal is tied to the goddess, I think Venus. Yes, goddess Venus, and that rules love, and it also rules the planet Venus. Um, and there's this one specific stone called hematite, and they would rub, like the ancient Greeks, they would rub it all over their body before a battle to make themselves like invulnerable or impenetrable and such. So later on in many religions, they started using crystals, like or in different like practices, like paganism. They started using crystals like as offers to deities and such. So there's like in Christianity in the Bible, if you read it, there's like kind of like little subtle things that point towards the use of healing crystals and such. But a lot of people now they do not like believe in it because there's like certain practices that gave it a bad name or reputation. And also in Buddhism, they use ruby for health and sanity. So yeah, that's a little bit about the history. So now that I've told you about the history and healing crystals, I want to talk about what they mean now and what they are used for. So right now there's a really good like big popularity or a rise in popularity. Like over the past couple months, I've seen a lot of people post about like crystals and stuff on their social media, and they show them using the crystals. And I'm personally excited because I use crystals and I use them for healing, I use them for protection. So yeah, that's why I'm excited. So what they mean, according to energymuse.com, so crystals, they hold energy. They all hold energy. Everything, like humans, we are energy. Our bodies are just vessels for this energy, and our crystals, they're vessels for energy too. So they absorb energy, they have energy, they release energy, they absorb bad energy. You never know what people have in mind or what their intentions are with you. So definitely it's really good to have crystals. So each one has a specific meaning. like this one, this is clear quartz. This is considered the master healer because it's like clear. So this is for clarity, this is for healing of any kind, and this is for protection. So there's different shapes. So of course there's spheres, and then there is towers, there's clusters, and such. So these have 6 sides. So they release energy from all 6 sides, and they get energy from this point. So as they're getting energy, they're releasing the energy. So bad energy comes in, good energy is released. What else? So I showed this one. This is for love. And then I have an amethyst. So this is a cluster. They all release the same amount of energy, but it just, depends on what you like. So this is good for spirituality, clarity, and it's really good for relaxation. So it helps you relax, and it also helps you sleep. So if you have problems sleeping, you can definitely use this. And each crystal is assigned its own chakra. Like I said, this is a master healer, so of course it's going to be connected to your crown chakra, and it's used to heal everything, like all your chakras actually. This is for your heart chakra, it's for your heart, healing your heart. So now that I've discussed what they're used for, what they mean, I want to show you how to cleanse them. So this is how I cleanse them. You can also use sage, but sage is kind of like a close practice kind of thing. So, and it's also an endangered plant for Native Americans. So it's you can still use it, but I wouldn't recommend it. So I use Palo Santo and selenite. So selenite is a crystal, but selenite is one of those special crystals that it does not hold any bad energy. It does not hold anything. And it's able to cleanse all your other crystals. So what you would do is you would just put your other crystals around, lay them next to it, and leave them overnight or however long you want, and it'll cleanse them. Also, Palo Santo. This one is really good as well. According to goop.com, Palo Santo, you can use it to cleanse your house. These two you can use to cleanse your house. So what you would do is you would burn it, and then you would basically, it's called smudging. You would smudge your house, let the smoke get into every corner, get into every crevice, and make sure to have a window open for ventilation because it does smell really strongly. You can also use running water. Running water is also a good one. So what you would do is you would put the crystal under running water. This is a sphere. Under running water for 30 seconds to a minute, and that'll cleanse them. You can use sunlight. Definitely for amethyst, according to themysticwolf.com, amethyst is one of the crystals that does get paler if you leave it in the sun. So definitely you should have this like somewhere where it doesn't really get a lot of sun. But yeah, so you can use sunlight to cleanse some of your crystals, but the one I would recommend the most is moonlight, especially during the full moon, because they absorb the moon's energy, and that way they're able to just continuously protect you, continuously heal you. And the reason you would cleanse them is because some of the crystals, if you don't cleanse them, they won't work as effectively as like when you get them when they're cleansed. So they hold on to energy, and since they're holding on to all that negative energy, they're not able to release any positive energy because they're holding that negative energy in. So what you would want to do is cleanse them at least once a month. So you can you can have them cleansed and they can like work to their full potential. So now that I've told you a little history about the crystals, where they come from and such, and I've also shared with you what they mean, some of them, and how to cleanse them. So it basically told you like the basics. And I just think that crystals are such an amazing thing to have in your life, and because they help you if you're going through things and things seem like too much for you. Like definitely these help you so much. Like if you really believe in them, not everyone's gonna believe in them, but definitely if you feel like you feel a difference, definitely go with it. and they're with you like whenever you need them. So whenever you need them most, they're there for when you want to meditate, and they're really helpful for when you want to reduce stress and when you want to relieve yourself from any situation. So I hope I have informed you a little bit about crystals, and I hope I have motivated you to use these beautiful crystals to make your life a little easier.